If you thought Portland was bad, take a look at San Francisco. There's 20,000 homeless people in Nancy Pelosi's hometown, and looks like opium dens just pop up everywhere. Any moment you see someone shooting up or ODing on the sidewalk.
Hey, buddy, wake up. Wake up. Oh, he's awake. Hey, police department, man, you okay? Yeah.
Oh, she's passing it. Oh, Cindy, look at her. She's gonna pass it over. Oh, let me take a hit of that crack pipe. Oh my God, look at this.
You're a fentanyl addict.
My husband got me started on heroin in 2012.
So what's the city doing about it? Money's not a problem. San Francisco spent nearly $800 million on homelessness services and drug treatment programs just last year. But things are getting worse. The liberal courts won't let San Francisco clear out the tent cities, and the homeless task force, they can't get their you-know-what together. So who loses here, besides the junkies who are killing themselves on the street? It's the rest of the citizens, especially the small business owners like Adam Mesnick, who owns a sandwich shop called the Deli Board. Last January, someone smashed his store window and robbed the joint. Adam's been pushing San Francisco's leaders to handle the city's drug and crime problems for years, but no one listens to him. And all there's left to do is just document the tragedy and hope someone in power steps up.
I'll say it again. Here's the fire department. It's the one, guys. This is just tragic. Somebody must do something. This is absolutely out of control. This is a day-to-day thing.
San Francisco Deli owner Adam Mesnick joins us now. So, Adam, what's it like trying to operate this business?
Mesnick.
Excuse me. What's it like trying to operate the business with this kind of atmosphere outside?
I think it's obviously clear that there's a challenge in San Francisco, and a few things I want to be clear about. The first thing is it's a bipartisan issue here. San Francisco and the city and the state and the United States all have a fentanyl epidemic on their hands. I think that it's very clear here that it's a tragic epidemic that the entire United States needs to be aware of.
I 100% agree with you. When you present this video or your testimony to local leaders, what's their reaction?
I mean, it's undeniable that they watch my feed and that they're aware of the goings-on. I really think that addiction is a very complicated issue. I think addiction's biggest challenge is denial. And I think that the city, state, and the United States have been in denial about this epidemic for many years. People are going to have to cross the aisles. People are going to have to unite and really listen to various opinions. And really, I think that the transformation from homelessness and the funding should really be transferred into mental health and addiction and crisis services here.
I do too, because a lot of it doesn't really seem to be always about the homelessness problem. It's tied into the mental health and the drug addiction. A lot of people don't understand that. What do other residents of San Francisco feel? You must talk to your fellow business owners. Have people had it? Like, at what level are we at right now? Are we at a 9? Are we at a 10? What?
I do believe that we're turning the page here. I think that the movement in the direction of hope is coming soon. I think that we've definitely hit the pit. The unfortunate part is that thousands of people have died. Residents like myself have reversed bodies. I really have to give a shout out to the San Francisco Fire Department, the San Francisco Police Department for really saving people's lives here. The overdose crisis here is objectively probably one of the biggest problems that I've ever seen. And I have to believe that there has to be a better way to treat this problem.
Yeah, and I think the country's smart enough to figure it out, and we have the money and the tools and the wherewithal to do it. We just don't have the drive. All right, Adam Mesnick, thanks for joining us, and everybody go check out his deli and order as much as you possibly can.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.